everyone, Jess here with JobStream AI, and I'm with my co-founder Adonis McReynolds. And today we're going to be talking about our most exciting, most foolproof, and most feature and benefit-rich package, which we refer to as our Diamond or VIP package on our website. So I'm super excited to dive in. So let's get started.
And I've said it better myself. VIP has been something you and I have talked about many, many times. It actually is featured in many of our other videos, but today we're just really going to drill in on all the benefits of this great package and why you should want it for your own job search, or even if you're running a consulting agency, why this is a very, very important package for you to have.
Yeah, this is honestly amazing, especially for B2B, especially to get a job, but I just love it for how versatile it is. So should we dive into like what you're gonna get?
Yep, absolutely. So starting off, one of the most important things to realize about getting the VIP package or our diamond package is you become our highest priority. Like there is no greater feeling than having this sense of someone's always got your back and you're like the first priority that they think about. When you think about recruiting, oftentimes you're not the first priority. Let's just put it that way. Um, and even with our other packages, yes, you're going to be a priority, but there's no greater priority than we have in our premium clients, people that are working with us on really trying to better their brand and try to grow their business or get a wonderful job. So that's one of the first features right off the gate is you're going to get immediate access to both Jess and I. You'll have our email, our cell phone, be able to really just kind of reach out to us around the clock and be able to schedule meetings as you please. So that way, when it comes down to your job search, there's really no delay in terms of what we're going to be able to get for you. So that's the first thing right off the bat that you can be excited about. The second thing, I'll go ahead and let Jess explain because this is really kind of her neck of the woods.
Yeah, exactly. So the second part is the social media content strategy. And now we've all heard of social media content strategies for businesses. We've seen all the posts, and that is exactly what you get if you are a consultant. So we will design a social media strategy that is, attracting your target audience. They'll help you build trust, build credibility, increase brand awareness, and in the long term, close sales. But something we also do, which is really never talked about, is we can use the same social media content strategy to help you land a full-time job. So I don't know anyone who's doing this right now, but it's a really interesting idea because using social media content to help you land a job is smart for so many reasons, including SEO. It helps you populate your profiles with keywords that will attract recruiters. It's really good for building trust and authority, so it's a great way to show off your expertise. It also just helps with interviews, like your recruiters and hiring managers will see your content and they'll know you have so much stuff to talk about in the interview, and you can refer to these posts during an interview, which just lends you like this air of like extra preparedness, extra authority. Like how cool would it be to be in an interview, they ask you a question and you're like, oh, actually, I wrote this whole blog post about it. Let me just pull it up real quick, or I'll send it to you after this call. Like it would really, really make you stand out. So that's something that we do, and it's completely tailored to you. In the VIP package, you do get a set number of posts for the one-time price. But if you love it, and if you're a consultant and you want to continue on doing that, then we even offer a discount to continuously do posts, and we can create a completely custom schedule. So it can be as low as 2 times a week up to literally like 10 times a week of posts, and it's all custom tailored to your budget and how many posts you want. We can tailor it per platform as well. So you can be posting these things on LinkedIn, on TikTok, even on Google My Business, which no one ever thinks about, but is massive. So there's so much you can do with social media content.
It's great fire, and quite frankly, the whole idea of using social media content strategy to get work is actually working. I actually can testify to one lady that I know, and I know there's way more than this, but there's a specific person I'm thinking of. They ended up on the street, they weren't working, and what did she do? She went to work on, building social media posts. And within 2 weeks, she was hired by one of the greatest companies in the world. Um, one of the ones that we personally use in our business. And she became a director of influence and basically became kind of like their video slash social post star. Now, not saying that this is going to happen to you. This is obviously a unique case, but there are many other cases though of people leveraging their LinkedIn posts and LinkedIn network to find work. So social media content strategy is extremely relevant for that point. Diving into kind of the next service that we offer, which is extremely rare and kind of gone the way of the dodo bird in some cases, and that's cold calling. If you're a job seeker, very, very intimidating to call into an office and inquire about an opening or inquire about potentially some data that maybe even the owners of the business themselves are not privy to, which is maybe they're looking for somebody who does what you do. We have ways of being able to detect and find those types of openings and even non-openings, things that have not been posted yet, but we can contact them and get basically all the scoops and the details regarding whether or not you could be a good fit for the organization. So cold calling is not dead. It's very much alive. If you're very good at it, which I am, you're able to really get in to companies and figure out what's going on with the culture, what's going on with their organization, how are they doing with different things. Not there's some things that I'll be able to know before I even call, but there's nothing like hearing it from the horse's mouth, so to speak, right? So cold calling is a part of this package. We do 25 as the standard amount per day that we're doing, calling into some of the hottest companies. And if you want to slip in a few extra dollar bills, we can up that. We can up that amount a little bit. But as a standard practice, we do 25 cold calls a day on your behalf to make sure that we're reaching out through that channel as well.
And if you're someone like me who hates cold calling, then you don't even know the amount of money I'd pay someone to do it on my behalf.
It's helpful for finding a job, but it's very intimidating for most people, right? So, one of the crown jewels of our business, and everything in the VIP is really kind of encapsulating into what makes our business so special. But we have the video marketing aspect of our business. Now, you thought cold calling was cool, you thought social media was effective. The way that people are really buying you today in the world is through video. And I can't think of any better way to get someone's attention than with a high quality production clip of you talking about something that you're very interested, passionate about, and something that's relevant in the job market. A lot of times, Jess and I are placing people who are very skilled and have a lot of subject matter expertise. This is for you, right? If you're a sales professional, a marketing professional, somebody who really kind of as a way of life or a way of business just needs to be in front of people, explaining to people different concepts, proving that you're a subject matter expert. This is really kind of the home run hitter for you because people are going to be able to see your content and we're going to help you to produce a high quality video and put you on our podcast so that way when it comes down to it, you are seen as an expert. And that's very, very important for your job search or for you as a consultant, either way.
Yeah, and if you are someone who's just looking for a 9 to 5 job, I'm sure you've come across applications that have asked for videos as part of the application. So we will help you with that. If you're like, oh, I really want this job. I saw the application, but they're asking for a video. We can give you scripts. We can edit it for you. We can make it really high quality, really professional. So it works both ways, like Adonis mentioned. If you're a consultant, it's great for sales. And if you're someone who wants to get a high paying job, a lot of applications now require videos.
That's right. And we'll make sure that you have all the right clips. We know which are like the more favorable moments of your video and which ones we could probably cut out and, just kind of trim the fat a little bit. But yeah, knowing how to create a great video and to structure that and learning how to facilitate all of those little details so that way you have a pristine and awesome production, that's what's really going to turn the head of these hiring executives. They're all going to see this and they're going to be like, wow, this is unique. This is different. We don't see this every day. Yep. So the next part of what makes this special, and we've got a few more. I don't want this to be too long because I definitely want this to be a watchable video. We could go on all day about the value of the VIP. We have texting campaigns as an option. You thought email, LinkedIn, and phone calls and videos was all that we had. No, we definitely have some more in the bag there. SMS is very personalized, very clearly. Like when people get a message on their cell phone, what's the first thing that people look at in the morning? What's the first thing that they look at before they go to bed? I mean, it's an extension of who we are, right? The cell phone has become a huge part of our daily life, unfortunately, for some, right? There are some who wish that, we weren't so on our phones, but it's the fact of life. If you're in business, you're gonna have your phone on you, right? And even if you're not in business, most of the time you're gonna have your phone on you. So quickest and fastest way to get somebody's attention, sending a fantastic SMS message, and that is something we can also automate and do. Another fact of the matter when it comes to our VIP is that we actually do personalized email automation. This is by far our most advanced technique that we have. If you go with VIP, we're able to actually utilize this video marketing stuff and the podcast in a whole new way with email automation. I mean, this really makes the whole thing come alive and makes it to where there's actually two layers of personalization you can use. I have what's called the Vulture campaign. I won't drop too much of the secret sauce there, but it's essentially a automated campaign that feeds into another personalized campaign with your videos in it. So it's a pretty sweet idea, and really works for getting really high engagement. What can you tell them about consulting and how this works for that in that aspect, Jessica? What do you want to tell the audience there?
For how the emails work for consulting?
Well, just how VIP really changes consulting life.
Oh, yeah. So VIP for consulting is literally, I think it's one of the best offers I've ever seen. I know I'm bragging and it's ours, but I just love it so much. And I have not seen anyone else do this because I've been running agencies for a long time and I would charge so much more than we're charging now. So we must be crazy. And I've worked with other agencies that charge so much more. So basically, like if you're in business and you're trying to get clients, you have to have so many things going, right? You need to have advertising, you need to have marketing, you need to have a sales team, or you need to be doing sales yourself, you need content. So basically, we're like a one-stop shop of an advertising and marketing and sales agency at an insane price. So all of this that we mentioned above, you're gonna get to get you clients, and I've never seen anyone offer all of this for this price point. So it's still VIP, it's still premium, but it's really, really like mind blowing. Like I want to hire us sometimes for my own for my other endeavors because it's so good. Because yeah, like who is gonna give you not only like I said the social media content, everything we talked about, email marketing, this and that, but also the support, the coaching, the mindset. You know, we're just like here for you because being a business owner or being your own consultant and it takes a lot of mindset. And when I first started in business, my first ever business coach was like, okay, we're gonna do a bunch of sessions on mindset. And I thought it was so silly. Like, I'm like, yeah, I wanna be a business owner. I'm in the mindset. Like, who cares about this? I just want the numbers. But only when my mindset shifted did I start really making money and I really started to understand the power of mindset. So we're also here for that. So everything we mentioned above, which is designed to get sales and marketing and clients and money, on top of it, support with people who have been in business for decades and know exactly what it's like, how hard it can be, how lonely it can be, and we're here to just support you on that. So I think for consultants, it's literally like the all-in-one everything package. And for the price, like you're not gonna find it anywhere else.
Indeed. Yeah. I mean, what I'll add to that is pretty much all the things that we do are completely organic, right? So there isn't going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on, you know, Google ads or anything like that. Now, that if that's something you want, certainly we could refer you to some other partners. That's not really our thing. We're really here to make sure that in terms of natural marketing, natural organic content, you're producing all of that at a high level and people are seeing you, liking you, trusting you, and buying from you. That's really kind of our job. The last couple of things that I want to bring up before we kind of close this video on VIP out is as a recruiting agency that we are, we do come across really awesome job opportunities. Being a recruiter, you're always talking with employers. And so anybody who's in the VIP package before anyone else that we work with becomes the highest priority to fill different jobs that we have open. Now, this is relevant because if you're like a executive, those are the types of roles that I tend to fill, specifically in sales, marketing, those types of roles. Not so much in the tech, but you never know. Orders do come across my desk that are unique. So you'll be the first to be considered for those orders. And on top of all of that, we also know that the market gets really, really tough. There are times when you want to throw in the towel, you want to quit, or you want to somehow believe that there's absolutely nothing out there for you. And that's where we are committed really to doing weekly motivational emails, pep talks, quotes, and making sure that we're sharing encouraging stories because there's enough negativity going on in the world, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, like I try to just filter out the bad news because it's bombarding. So we're here to be your positive news, and it's especially relevant to your business or to finding a full-time job.
Yeah. And negative news sells, which is why you see it oftentimes on the news and on social media. But trust me, if you're not getting a good dose, a good balance of news, that does way more harm than good for you. So we're here to kind of be that stream of light, if you will. pun intended there, stream of light. And yeah, I mean, that really is kind of like the basis of why the VIP is what it is, why it's our most premium package, why people love it. And we're excited for you to give it a shot. And we will see you on the other side.
Absolutely. See you next time.